So you were in Malta for quite a long time, years now. All the way from Ukraine to Malta, and your persistency for freedom of movement.
Yes, so me and my daughter, she was 10 years old at the time when we arrived to Malta, because I made this choice, and I am so happy that I made this choice with Malta, because it's very safety country and very quiet country. And in my country, unfortunately, at the time, when war started at 2014 from Crimea, and it was continued to east part of Ukraine, it was very dangerous time even at that moment. And also at that moment, a lot of pro-Russian people from east part of Ukraine, they decided to move in another parts of Ukraine, not to Russia, which they like it too much. I don't know why they preferred Ukraine. If they hated Ukraine and hated Ukrainian people, Ukrainian language, they moved into another parts of Ukraine, like very pro-Ukrainian, for example, Lviv, west part, in Kiev. And at that moment I was I used to work in Kiev, in the capital of Ukraine, and it was very difficult, because even sometimes I always use my native Ukrainian language, and it was even dangerous. And I decided I tired from this stress, because already at the time I saw murdered people in the center of Kiev when it was revolution. I was in Crimea. I saw this Russian soldiers, these tanks. It was for me, it was like a big stress to see what is happening with my country. And I also saw that in the same time, a lot of people, they don't wish to change, they don't want to speak Ukrainian, they don't want to respect these events which happened, like revolution, when people died to get better and freedom life. Free life from Russia, because we didn't want to be younger brother of Russia, as Russia still wished to do that. And we moved here, so we went to International Protection Agency, IPA, and we applied for asylum seekers. And so it was almost 4 years ago, and still we didn't get some response, or yes or not. And it's a pity, because I don't think that we can back with my daughter in Ukraine. Of course, I love my country, I wish to go there, but I can't give risk to my daughter. War which is going on in my country, and etc. So they accepted our documents. Also, they took all our passports. I had Ukrainian and foreign passport, and my daughter as well. They took all our passports. They gave us papers that they took them, and they told us that next interview will come soon, in few months, like that. But after COVID started, and it was like all people were with shock, and they just prolonged our papers.
Until today you are without papers.
Yes.
Obviously you had a good response, luckily, today after your speech, but still, till this day you are without papers. You can't move from this country.
Yes, it's not, yes, it's, for me it's the biggest problem, because as I mentioned, I didn't see my relatives, my parents, my brothers, all my relatives for almost 4 years.
It's not like even worth it being scared, because
yes, it's like they can't live with this always like it's normal life for them. But for example, my mom, she'll never leave her house, because she has her 2 sons, my brothers, And they can't go abroad, as you know, because from 18 till 60, all Ukrainian men, they must stay in Ukraine, because they are like, they can call them to fight to this war. And my mom never leaves them alone. She is sure that they need her support, and she feels more comfortable when she is near them.
All right.
And your brother, they called him last week.
Your brother, they called him last week.
Yes. They called my young. They called them not to the war immediately, but they called
To recruit.
to yes to this military commission. Yes, to check his name, surname, everything. And yes, and of course I can imagine my mom's condition, and it's really difficult. And also every day, for example, when I read my Facebook, it's all like funeral. One post is okay about war, that it continue going on, and another post that oh, this guy died, or this girl died in the war, and it's really
Finally, all this discussion all over the world, Europe and other countries outside Europe. But do you believe that there is a close near to the end of this war?
I wish to believe, but I can't say that this war will finish in 1 month or in 1 year, and nobody knows. It's we have this hope. All Ukrainian people, they believe that Ukraine will win soon, but we can see situations that today is quiet day, tomorrow it's a terrible day with 100 missiles in whole country, and how we can know? We just can live with this hope that soon it will finish. And also, yes, missiles, it's very terrible. It's I can't imagine, because even for me, we live near the sea in Bujeba, and when, for example, I can hear some sound of plane, this small plane under the sea, near the sea, for me, I like feeling that this war is close, or some sound. Even I didn't see this big war. But I can imagine, I feel these people who live with this every day, because it's worst what can be, I think, in your life. You can't plan your day, not even day, even next hour, because you don't know. As yesterday we had Putin put a missile on Zaporizhia, and all house was broken. And these people also had maybe some plans for day, and it stopped immediately in 1 second. And this missile, because as this lady from IPA office asked me which part is protected in Ukraine, it's a silly question, because these missiles, they fly too far, even not hundreds, thousands kilometers, and nobody knows what this crazy guy can do next moment. Maybe he will put this missile to west part, or to east part, or to Kiev, and we just have hope for our army. They did incredible, can I say like this?
Yes.
Something miracle, because before our army, thanks to our previous corrupted presidents, they did everything to destroy army, to destroy military sphere, and but Putin maybe didn't wait that Ukrainian people, they are ready to fight so strong for their country,